Hello everyone, and in today's video we will be reacting to the most unsettling Minecraft clips. These clips come from this channel called Old Minecraft Reuploads. That what you saw right there was one of the clips on this channel. So let's get into the first video, which is called Minecraft Base Tour. So the video starts as like a normal Minecraft gameplay. He's just exploring the world, showing the base, nothing out of the ordinary. Until he goes to his mines, where we hear some footsteps and blocks placing. Oh, here comes the most unsettling part. You see the player going down the mine. For a small second, you can see tiny blue legs. But the thing about this is that sprinting wasn't added until beta, and he was playing in alpha 2010, so this was not a player. And then the video just ends there. So now moving on to video 2. Now, video 2 is nothing special. It's just the average player using TNT to explode mobs and having fun. The only weird part is the music that he decided to use in this video and the weird text appearing now and then. But other than that, it's a normal video. Okay, now time for video 3 where stuff get a bit weirder. It's just the video is nothing crazy, it's just people finding weird cave generations at the time until we reach this certain part. I'm not sure enough, but that shadow over there looks like the outline of like a player skin. But now, I'm not gonna affirm anything now, but this is just what I think, so let's continue watching. Now, the blocks being placed again is also kind of weird to happen again, but it only gets weirder in this part. Now, that was extremely eerie, not just the sound of footsteps when he just stopped, but also the breathing sound, which Mojang never added to the game. And when he quits the game, you can see that it was not a multiplayer mode, meaning that something was in the game with them, and that player skin shadow was not a player, it was probably an entity or something else. But let's now move into video 4. Now, video 5, just like it's normal, the video, like nothing weird happens in the video, it's just the player walking around the tutorial world. Now, this video at first might not look weird, but if you know where to look, which is what happened to me, you can see this. If we look at the description, we can see that the video was made in 30 of October 2010. And we can see the username of a player, Legend of Anthony, which I assume is the player that managed to get into the tutorial world and gave it to his friend so his friend can see the tutorial world. Now, the weird thing about this is that this video was made in 20 of October 2010, which is what I mentioned, but the Minecraft tutorial world was only released to the public in console edition, which in this case was in 2011, meaning that, as I said, Legend of Anthony managed to get into the world before everyone else and gave it to his friend. And we can see also that in this world there's random stuff here that haven't been finished yet, that doesn't exist in the original tutorial world, like the big Minecraft. It's not only stone, it also has a black background, meaning that Minecraft was still building this, and Legend of Anthony managed to somehow get into it. Another thing is that brown and black sheep won't exist in the game in alpha, and also birch wood won't exist in alpha. And also in the first video we hear the song My Son Venus when it was only added in 2011. But now let's move on to the 5th video. Now the interesting part of this video is that we get a conversation with Anthony, with our protagonist, which we can see his name is Gold Mario 982. So now you get to see their conversation. Now here the conversation ends with Gold Mario starts saying the I would, which will probably be the start of the word I would. But we don't know what he would say afterwards. What I think about this conversation is that Gold Anthony probably did something that he shouldn't do, and now he's feeling like bad for it, and he like wants to undo on what he did, which probably like he found some sort of information of the game, like a early snapshot that he should not have gotten, and now he gave it to his friend Gold Mario, and now they're playing it, and he probably feels very sad about it. But now on to video 6, where stuff get more and more sinister. So in the start, Anthony is building his ladder up from the castle, and of course his skin is blurred for some reason until he catches his eye on a hole. So Anthony decides to go down and check it. Now here comes a very, very scary part. So Anthony closes his game screen, and you can see some fog creeping up to him. And then in between the message written there, back to game and save to quit title, you can see what looks like a player building up. Now, the thing about this is that he's in single player mode, because you can see there from the game menu, and you cannot see players coming up. But as soon as he takes the menu button away, it disappears. So now Anthony is ready to explore the cave. Now over here in this part, Anthony comes across a very man-made tunnel where he finds another very weird thing. He finds skeletons, but it's not the skeletons that are weird, is that they're holding the bow properly, and they would only hold the bow like that in beta, while in alpha they're holding the bow like in a weirder way. Now is the scariest part, where he finds a hole and you can hear something sprinting up to him and then just punching him down the hole. And you can see that he's on 1.5 hearts, and he's probably very frightened. So Anthony starts bridging up, and that was like nothing in the game is supposed to happen like that. So that thinking that something's in the game with him and doesn't like it. So now Anthony goes here to the corner of his castle, very frightened, and there the video ends. But now let's move on to the next video, which is called For Anthony. Now we have Gold Mario entering Anthony's world from the time we just saw. And now Gold Mario is heading to Anthony's hole that he blocked up last episode to probably explore it. And you probably think that everything's the same. But if you think that, then you're very, very wrong. And boy, has this entity been busy. The entity is literally leaving some random holes across the whole entire cave, which is very, very, very weird. Until we go to this part where Gold Mario plays a torch and then just disappears. And then a cave noise just pops up. Gold Mario just leaves the world. Now, the thing about this is that in this video we just find some random ass weird holes in the cave, probably made by the entity, since we can see in the beginning of the video that Gold Mario joins at one heart, which is the same life that Anthony left when he left the world, meaning that they were not in the world. And the torch disappearance was very weird. And yeah, it just looks like that there's an entity haunting them in the world. Maybe because they're doing something that they cannot do. Now we're moving to the second to last video, where it's just very weird. The video starts with normal mining gameplay until it turns black and we get to the part of the video where you saw in the beginning, the first clip. Now, at Gold Mario here is probably very confused on why this happened, or even if it's Gold Mario or Anthony. We'll never know, but Gold Mario or Anthony continues walking in front and then finds something very, very weird. A big, big wall of fences. Now, what even is this? No one could generate it. Maybe it's like a prison that the entity sent it up for them to, because they got stuff in the game that they're not supposed to get because the updates didn't come out. So probably the entity just boarded them somewhere. But now we're going to the last video, which is the most scariest of all. So in the beginning we see that Gold Mario and Anthony are having a conversation. And it's saying that Gold Mario is saying for Anthony to delete his world, which probably is because of the entity that's following them. But in the beginning of the video, we just have them blowing TNT on the mobs, like in the second video we watched, TNT Pawner. But yes, and we can see that probably who's playing as Gold Mario. He's just there killing all the mobs. Nothing special. Until the screen just turned black and Gold Mario just appears in a cave at 1.5 hearts. Very weird. And he runs out probably frightened to see every mob in the world just dead. And everything there, it's just weird. Like, why would this happen? Probably frightened, Gold Mario runs in his base down to the basement where he has an escape plan with minecarts, probably to run away from the entity. But he's going down through his tunnel and just looks backwards, probably frightened and escaping from the entity, until he makes it to his probably secret bunker, where he breaks the minecarts, puts them back in the chest, enters the house or secret bunker, and there he has his escape thingy, looks, and then looks through the window, nothing is there, and up there he has his staircase going back up until it just disappears. Gold Mario, is very frightened and is going in the minecart, running away again. And then the video just ends. Now, we'll never actually know what happened to Gold Mario and Anthony, since their last video was 2 years ago and they only posted in 2010. But what probably happened is that there's an entity after them in the world, but like in the whole entire series, the entity hasn't killed Gold Mario or Anthony, although he has the power to do it, since they're literally like controlling the world. but it's probably because the entity just wants Goldmore and Entity to be scared from Minecraft, to not play it, because Anthony somehow managed to get leaked files that he was not supposed to get, and Minecraft probably has an entity guarding those files. So then his objective is to scare Gold Mario and Anthony from Minecraft. But that's probably what happened after the last video that we watched, because they never did anything again. But if we see them doing something in the future, I'll make another video, don't worry. And I'll see you guys next time. We need to solve this case.